Hey, it's Ed here. Today we're taking a look at technical analysis for SP500. I'll cover wave analysis with the Elliott Wave Theory and provide multiple scenarios the price may take and explain why I prefer one count over another. Let's take a look at the different possibilities. Starting here on 30-minute time frame and looking at this structure here where we had again start around the $4,326 around the 16th of August. Since then we've had two different okay looking counts that could end at these lows. And let's take a look at the primary that we've been following. In this one, we had an ABC into W, ABC into X, ABC into wave Y, ABC into X, and then looking for another ABC coming down. Now, yesterday we were talking about this very local structure here, looking for a wave B. Now, I was expecting wave B to get higher and looking for that 38.2 retracement. At least, whoops, that is not right. There we go, 38.2, but we did not get there. Where we actually got is the 23.6, which seems to be very, very typical on S&P 500. So I might need to be starting to look for the 23.6% retracement of these on these three-way moves. This seems to be happening way more often than not. So that is definitely something to be looking into. So yesterday, again, we were looking into this taking out at least the high of A wave for the C wave, and that is definitely what we did, taking out that liquidity there before plummeting with the CPA data coming down. And I was updating this after the drop here that we are most likely seeing a possible contracting diagonal here in the end. I took a long position here and got out of it around here, but we'll look into this smaller structure in just a moment as well. Before getting into the smaller time frame, let's take a look at the other possibility, which is again the impulse wave count coming down. Now, why I want to be showing you this is because the structure in here fits better on the lower time frames than the ABC that I have, because again the ABC did hit the 0.618 extension of this first leg here for this third leg, but again it doesn't have the right look. So even though it fits the minimum requirements, I feel like this has the better look here for a three-way structure. On third of third we do have that divergence, comparing that to the end of fifth. And we do have that very slight divergence, at least on the 30 minutes, on 1 hour as well. So yeah, that is something to keep in mind, that it is very much more valid and better looking here on five-way structure or impulse wave coming down from the highs. Now, the reason why I did not really like this originally is because again the third wave here did not extend to the 1.618. That is generally the area we definitely want to see for the third wave, basically. And here it did not. Also, we had some issues here with the wave 1 being very weird looking for a five-way structure, another issue. And the issue also, what we got here is that there is no alteration between the second and the fourth. So those are the things that I'm actually looking at here, and why I don't like it. Also, the substructures inside the third is a bit weird. The wave 3 here is small in comparison to wave 1, and the fifth is very small. Doesn't really make sense. Could we have the wave 4 in here instead? Well, we could, but at that point again we have the issue in here where this feels more like a three-way structure than anything else, and we would have to force a count in here to say that we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, right? So yeah, that was the explanation and why we haven't had this as a primary. We still need to be looking into this and how this could fit into the higher picture or higher time frame, but we'll get into that in just a moment. Or maybe in the next video on the weekend, possibly, to look at the higher time frames. Maybe that's better. Now let's jump into the more local structures. So again, as I mentioned, we had the potential diagonal in here where I took long and I got out of it in here. I was expecting again this to be larger than it was for a retracement, but of course we did not hit that, hit anything but the 38.2. I was expecting originally that this was going to be a wave 4 of this first leg, but again we did not hit anything below it. So I got out of my long. I had a short here as well, got profits here and stopped out, I think around here, beyond these highs, and did not enter that long anymore because I did not see any good looking structures afterwards. Now in hindsight, of course, should I have kept it open? I had a perfect entry here. I should, of course, but yeah, that is something that happens often, or sometimes, not often, but yeah, you get the point. Hindsight is very, very nice to have, but in here, again, this mess here has to be a diagonal. Does not really measure like one, but I feel like we have to say that we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a possible diagonal here into the third, or ending that third wave. Let's go back to 2 minute. And then we are at here. And then we would have a 3-way pullback into wave 4, and now wave 5 would be complete. We did have third of third having that divergence, and if we are zooming out a bit, we do have that divergence is starting from the third of third here, against the fifth of third, and we have that divergence, and so also we have that divergence here against this highest high here on RSI against the third of fifth that we most likely have here, creating something like that. And now I would expect us to retrace quite a bit. Now what we're going to get here is, again, not known, and again we would be looking for some of these fibs to take place. There is definitely some areas of support here that we can take a look, and if you're looking at this, we can see that the 0.5 fits the point of control very well. So I would be already looking into this at the 38.2 for another long possibility. I'm short from here at the moment, so I'm definitely taking profits at the 38.2. Now, most likely closing more at the 0.5. I'm not quite sure if we are going to get to the golden pocket here, but just looking at the volume here, we see that if we are dropping below the golden pocket, is just so much less volume than we had here. So this is basically the support that we want to be going long from, and I definitely see that this could be happening today. This for sure at the moment feels like a possible third wave coming down, possible for some kind of ABC structure as a first 5 waves into the A, B and C, and depending of course how this turns out, we can be looking to short another time here if the pullback happens. If not, then we're just out of the market. Well, no, out of the market, but not creating new short positions here. But yeah, I think this was pretty good area to look for those shorts as well. Again, I think this was pretty good looking 5-way structure upwards. We did have that divergence here. And yeah, this most likely was some kind of diagonal that I was looking at. It wasn't definitely perfect, but I wanted to look into this possibility of having a 3-way structure here or some kind of combination in here. And as it did not take out these highs, I was wanting to go for shorts, and I think I did go on a bit of a drop here, and after that I went in and again had the stops in here. So I'm still in profits here, but we'll see how this turns out. It is not very clear of a structure. Maybe we do have that as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We do have already that divergence in here on lower time frames, so maybe this is already creating that last push downwards for that possible A wave, B wave and then C wave. But we'll see how that turns out. Nothing is for sure. But again, for longs I would be more patient here at this very moment. But I feel like that is pretty much all I want to share on S&P 500. If you made it this far into the video, I would appreciate the likes. Link to my free Discord server in the description below. And for now, I thank you for watching and hope you have an amazing rest of your day. See you in the next video. Bye bye.